Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about how to measure yourself and how important it is to get it right. A measuring service is really just the starting point to our service, and we take an hour from there only because we realize that there are so many factors involved in getting the right size or the perfect fit for our clients. So to start off with, did you know that the most commonly searched phrase the most commonly searched Google phrase is the bra size calculator? And this means that people are searching to find solutions for their bra problems. Now, we realize that this used to be a really easy thing to do, but since there are so many sizes available, you can go from a sort of fit to an absolutely perfect fit for your size. So I hope these help, these few techniques help, and it'll also give you an idea of why we insist on a fitting and why it's so important for you to be fitted at least once. And then after that, this measuring service does help quite a bit. So we start off, or first of all, a bra size is a basic measurement of the difference between your overbust, which is your biggest size, versus your underbust, which would be much smaller or should be smaller. If you're finding that your overbust is a little bit smaller than your back measurement, I would suggest you take your measurements again. So the underbust measurement is usually the one that is taken incorrectly, because when you go for a bra fitting, you are not wearing a good bra, because that is why you're going to buy a bra, because the one that you have isn't working for you. So the support is lacking, and generally people will wait until their bra is absolutely redundant before they go for a new bra fitting. Well, that's in our experience. Well, that's what I do. So getting the right back measurement is really, really difficult. So if your breasts aren't supported, they'll be dropping, especially natural breasts. They will drop considerably, and you get that sort of fold here where your bust is sitting on your tummy. I'm wearing a good bra at the moment, so it's really difficult to explain to you. I'm also not going to take my bra off to explain to you what to do. Also, the bigger your bust, the lower your bust, your bust will sit, which means that the less accurate that back measurement is. So a little trick that we do is we ask our clients to take the straps of their bras and pull it up while we measure. If you're alone and you don't have somebody to do this for you, then I would suggest you take a bra, make it as tight as you can in the back, and then make the straps as tight as possible. But make sure that the bust is sitting as high as possible and that there's no fold under the breast. Okay, so we're going to take your tape measuring tool and we're going to look at the inch size. If you don't have an inch tape measure, just take the centimeter side and convert it with the inch centimeter converter on your in Google, wherever you want to search for it. Okay, so we're going to take this measurement under the bust. Now notice how it is. First of all, it's a straight measurement a straight measurement under your bust, and there's no breast that's folding over. So what I mean when I say make sure that it's right under the bust, it's kind of like if you had to think of your bust dropping like that. People would often measure at that level rather than at that very high level, which will then give you the smallest part of your back. Okay, so we're going to take this in inches. Okay, write this down, your inch measurement. Just a very sort of basic trick, or actually it should go without saying, but I've made this mistake a lot of the time. Make sure that you're starting on the right, the north side of your tape measure, because often if you start on the other side, you're going to get a completely different measurement. So just make sure that you're starting from zero. I've done this before. It's not a stupid thing. It doesn't reflect anything else other than it's just a mistake. Okay, now we're going to do the overbust. Now the reason why the overbust measurement is taken incorrectly as well is that we do not take some people carry a lot of weight on the top part of their back, which will influence this overbust measurement. If your bust is not supported and it is lying flat and you've lost a lot of your breast tissue, you will get the wrong measurement. A lot of people have breast tissue that sits on the side of their breasts, or they have a fuller bust, which means that you'll get an exaggerated measurement. So this is why the fitting is so important. So we now are going to measure over the biggest portion of your breast, and it's really important that you're wearing a good bra or a fairly okay bra. You could always get someone to hold your breast up, which then will give you sort of a good measurement across the biggest part of your bust. And you're going to write that down as well. Okay, then you're going to take your inch over your over bust inch measurement, and you're going to subtract it from your under bust measurement. Okay, and that difference is going to give you your cup measurement. So mine was a 32 over a 39. Sorry, 39 and a 32. So we're going to go A, B, C, D, 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 E, F, FF, which is exactly what so A is at the 0. So an A cup means there is no difference between this measurement and this measurement. So you want to, oh, and of course we go in UK cup sizes. So it's A, B, C, D, 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 E, there's no double E, F, FF, G. But what you can do is you can just pop your measurements in the comments below and I will convert them for you. This is really just a starting point. So if you have never worn a fitted bra before and you have absolutely no support from your bra, I would suggest you have a fitting first, and then afterwards you can self-assess yourself, or you can self-assess, sorry about that. But the measuring service is really just a starting point. It's not a bad starting point if you've got nothing else, but it really is just a starting point. So if somebody is just measuring you and handing you a bra, that's not a really good service. You need to be fitted. So that is where someone will come in, see how your bra fits, make sure that your wire is sitting in line with your armpit, that all your breast tissue is in the front, and that you've scooped properly, and that your over bust measurement is true bust measurement and not some other added weight that you might be carrying around that area. I really hope this has helped. I know it was very, very confusing, but if you do have any questions, please just pop them in the comments below and I will respond to all of them in good time. Thank you so much for listening, and please keep safe.